Okay, guys, welcome back to Untold, and I'm super excited because I have close to me a maestro. As a DJ, I played a lot of his music, and I'm more than grateful to have Cezar on Ibiza Club Radio. Welcome to Ibiza.
Good to be here, man. Hello to
Just,
everybody. Hello to
I
everybody.
just invited you officially to come once. It would be a dream that to have you in our studios in Ibiza.
Yes, definitely. When I'm coming to Ibiza, I'm gonna stop to you guys and do maybe a set or something. I don't know. Maybe an interview. We'll see. But the next time, for sure, I'm gonna let you know from time to the time there, so we can do something nice.
An only word to introduce you. Understand. It's a incredible label. I love the journey. I love the kind of music, and I love these long tracks. Get into the sound, the electronic music. What's your vision about the music? Just to explain to our audience. I know they knows you, but just to explain.
Yeah, we understand it. It's a concept that I think now it's a little bit more, I don't know, out of the spectrum, which is good because people will get surprised with what is going to happen. I'm not gonna say more, but it's gonna be the next release. I think we took a long break, maybe 6 years now, but the next release is gonna be something that will blow your mind off. Some of the tracks you know, some of the tracks you don't know. You definitely know the artist. I'm not gonna say the name, but it's gonna be a surprise for everybody. I mean, it took us a lot of time to get to whatever is the next thing that we want to do. We don't have to move from like the signature of the label with whatever you said, long tracks with different ideas, maybe unusual ideas. So that is gonna be there, and it's gonna be definitely for a long time there because I don't see any other labels in, uh, let's say, this niche or underground music that keep that kind of initial feeling. Everybody switch now to a more commercial side super quickly. And if you look, you have like 10 good releases, and now one, two, three releases that are out of bounds. It's like different label. So I'm not gonna do that with Understand. Actually, I have other releases coming on other labels, which are a little bit more in the sound that is happening now with my own signature definitely, but not on Understand. We are not gonna see that. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it back to the roots somehow.
But now I'm curious. I want to know when you will release your album.
A few of my tracks they're gonna be out now. I think in September with the new label The Ruta that I have, which is approaching a little bit more for the bigger crowds and I don't know, bigger stages, bigger audiences. And with Understand, I think it's gonna be end of the year. We're gonna try to do it end of the year because it's gonna be a special one, and we have to also, if you know the label, you know how the vinyls look. We also put a lot of time in making a unique piece of art. It's not just about the music, also creating like good graphics, high quality vinyls, high quality pressings, which nowadays it's super expensive and it's super difficult. I mean, the waiting times are crazy for a release now. To wait 4 months, man, it's like whenever we started in 2009, it was, if you had the music and the graphics, maybe it took you, let's say, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and you already had the product. You could play it in another 2 weeks, like 1 month and a half. You already had it in the shop, so it was much more quicker. Now it's slower, but it is what it is. We take the best out of it.
Got your point. So the next question is just related. What's your secret to keep going with your style, your vision? Because the industry is super complicated, especially right now. A lot of new software technology. Everyone is a DJ. Everyone is a producer. How to keep going in the same vision of understand?
I think I don't think I'm the same. I think I changed a lot in the last years because I did a lot of different projects, not only playing with the live band, which helped me a lot. Exactly, it was it came at the right moment because at that moment our sound died in a way, or at least went outside the public eye or the crowd eyes. And at that point, I found like playing with a real band with musicians, and I realized that it's more to whatever I can do while I'm playing, because I've seen how everything is working in a different context. When you are playing, you're just you. You're alone, or you are playing with a fellow DJ, fellow friend. It's still a challenge, but it's still DJing. When you are doing lives, man, it's different kind of animal. Whatever you do, you have to listen first, and after that you are playing. Sometimes you don't have to play at all, which is super difficult because as long if you are stay longer and longer silent, it's even more difficult to start playing because you are getting anxious. You don't know if you are doing the right thing, and I think that helped a lot. But coming back to your initial question or initial idea, I think I'm trying to all the time to make it technically as sharp as possible. Technicality for a DJ, it's a must-have. I don't. I always saying that I hate people that are playing good music in a shitty way. I prefer listening to a guy that I don't like the style of the music, but he has a super good skill, super good expressivity, like well thought ideas. I enjoy that more than somebody that plays tracks that even I'm playing, but he's playing them, I don't know, with sloppy mixing. It's annoying. I cannot stand that, and I don't know. I'm not saying names or everybody's doing the way that they can do it, but I think technicality comes before. If you want to be creative, you have to control technicality. I mean, look at any other style. Do you think jazz it will be that amazing if people will not be amazing on their instruments? No. I mean, that's the basic condition. To be technically good, to be always prepared, to have a rough idea about the ideas in your head, and when you are playing, follow follow whatever it's in your head because people don't know what to expect. It's about you, how you expose them. They don't know what they are going to listen next. You know, and you can move them in different direction. Usually, I'm trying in every set to put myself in a corner. I'm playing it at one point. I feel that I'm going with the mix in a way that I'm asking myself, why did I do this? How do I get out of this mess? But it's fun. It's fun for me, and also people are enjoying it because if you are doing with a good perspective and with a good approach, you always find a good way of getting out of that and creating an amazing moment. Otherwise, I think it's a plain somehow not excited set. You know, people get bored to whatever DJs are doing nowadays. So I think that's a good way to, I don't know, put yourself in a difficult situation, play something crazy, and play it good. I mean, technically, but also put yourself sometimes in a position that you weren't before, and you're gonna see what is going to happen with with experience, good music, good taste, good selection. I think the answer is always there. You just have to try it. You know, just don't be afraid. Just don't be afraid. Just do it in a proper way.
I agree with you. Technique is the base. It's just is like an alphabet to express our identity. If you want to be
Definitely.
unique, you have to start from the basics and
Definitely.
go and let your soul
It's like a cook,
just.
man. You cannot cook a good recipe if you
Yeah.
don't know the tools, you know, like the ingredients. This is, you know, it's just like this. You know, in everything that you are doing, you have the basics are the most important, even in sports, in whatever. If you have the right basics, it's room to improve. If you don't have the basics and you skip steps, at one point you're gonna feel restrained because you don't know that. And usually, what I can say to people, or I don't know, to people that are doing this, um, exercise on things that you are not good at. Keep the things that you are good at and use them in a good proportion. Don't overuse them, and try to exercise and try to develop the things that you are not safe about, you are not sure about, you don't know about. That is the way to go forward. That's the way to practice, but not practice at home. Practice even with crowds. You know, it's not about just practicing at home. It's if you feel that something you are not doing good, don't move away from it. Go to it. It's the only way that you can develop your own style, develop your own sound. Because if it's something that you cannot control or you don't know exactly, it makes you curious. I mean, for me, it makes me only, what is this? Well, why can I cannot do it? It's something technical? No. Okay, it's something that, you know, there are a lot of details there, and once every step that you take in that direction, you will open many more opportunities and ideas to play, you know, creatively, you know, which is kind of nowadays people don't pay with. creativity in mind. They play only for, I don't know, the social media, stuff like this, which is, for me, it's like, I cannot do it. I don't know how to do this. You know? I mean, maybe if I knew how to do it, maybe I would do it, because it's also about money and, fame and whatever, this kind of shit that I mean it, but I'm trying to keep it as far away from me as possible. But I think if it's something that you have to focus on, you have to focus on these basics, because that creates creativity, that creates personality, that creates your own sound, your own crowd, and from that on, you can expose. I mean, I remember things that I was playing, and people were saying in the beginning, "What is this? This is not electronic music." And I said, "Okay, exactly. This is the idea. It's not when you are coming here. You are not as a DJ. You don't sign a contract. You have to play only electronics dance music. No, you can play music. Music is in such a it's super complex. There are so many styles, and I think it's good from time to time to let people know, hey man, maybe you have to put your ear on this or on that, because if you're listening only one style, you're gonna get linear. It's not gonna be excited for you and for people.
Just the last question for a lot of young producer watching and listen to Ibiza Global Radio. Do you have any advice? One basic advice for a young producer how to produce, and of course, the dream to produce, release a bomb track. But basic,
So,
what they have to do and keep going and never give up.
so if I'll be, that's actually a pretty good question, but if it's something that I could say to everybody that is doing music in the beginning, they are in the beginning, or they are thinking of doing music, or more experienced DJs that maybe they have a style and they don't know how to get out of that. My main advice will be, don't put sounds in your tracks that you don't hear. Don't put things that you they are not defined, because when you don't have ideas, you tend to put sounds in the background, and you get away from your main idea. When you start a track, you have somehow a bass line, maybe a theme, an element, I don't know, percussion, rhythm, whatever. If you started from that, try to try to follow that, even if it's hard, even if it sounds like the track is not finished. It's better to have the track that misses maybe one great idea than to have a track that it's amazing but it has a shitty element. You know what I mean? Or elements that are not defined. You put the people used to, they don't know how to fill the space. They don't know melodies or a harmony or whatever, rhythm, whatever, and they try to overcompensate that with things that, okay, I'm gonna put this because no, that's noise. That's not music. That doesn't help the track. Doesn't help you as a DJ when you are playing. There are thousands and thousands of tracks that could be good without one sound, you know? And you can feel that that sound was there because they didn't know how to complete the track, but the track actually was complete. But you don't know it, Like, and usually what I'm trying to show to people when I'm doing like courses, audio engineering courses, I show them whatever you can do with 2-3 tracks that are stripped down. They seem like unfinished. When you put them together, it's amazing. So you have to think of that. Maybe not every track should be a hit. Not every track should be a bomb. But if it has the right groove, the right elements, and you don't have the team, fuck it. Leave it like that, man. Play it like that. See what ideas come after you are playing it a few times in combination with other tracks. Maybe you're going to say, okay, this element, maybe a piano, maybe that, maybe this, If you do something that is defined, you put a pads there for the whole track, it's not going to work. You ruin like the whole concept of doing music, Like, I mean, whenever I feel that I put an element that I put an element in and changes a lot of whatever is happening in the track. That's the red beep on my mind. How this is not supposed to be there. It ruins whatever I worked on for a few hours, a few days, whatever it takes. Okay, sounds good. Okay, I take that element, I put it on a different project, and I start the next track with that element. But I'm not using it this track, So it's like this.
Thank you so much. It was a beautiful advice. As a producer, I can say I understood you perfectly, and thank you so much because I will
Don't do
use.
that.
Yeah.
Maybe create better like 3 4 tracks without like any defined ideas. Play them together. You're gonna see that the idea is there. You are not always you are doing an amazing track and maybe you feel that it's shitty because you work for I don't know a few days and you are tired of it. You give it to your friends. Everybody's like, wow, this is amazing, but you don't feel it anymore at that point. It's normal somehow, So also with this, don't put things elements in tracks that if you feel that the track is good, don't don't try to ruin it with something that was not supposed to be there. I mean, if you can implement that, that's amazing. But that takes time. That takes I don't know a lot of craft. But it takes with and also it's I can hear things differently than you and. That's the fun of it. Maybe a voice or an element that I will never see in a track for you is gonna be the main thing. So that's the advice, actually.
Do you speak Spanish? No.
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 I would like to actually. I think
Can you please just give to us a special hello from Cesar to Ibiza Global Radio listeners?
hello, I'm Cezar. You're listening to Ibiza Global Radio. Hope to see you soon, maybe September. Hopefully, we'll see.
Please.
Take care and have fun.
Thank you to Cesar. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you.